You are the pioneers of virtual reality. In this video we'll look at the best programs to convert your friends and family and the best videos to convince your loved ones to buy it for you. Hello and welcome back to the VR Cauldron, where we're talking about all things virtual reality, and it's less than a week until the Oculus Quest 2 finally starts to ship to us little people. And we've been right here talking constantly about the Quest 2, so if you want to join the conversation, hit that subscribe button that's absolutely free to join the party.
I hear you can get people out of here.
So I'm hoping that this video is going to fulfill two purposes. The first is to help you spread the good word of VR and encourage mass adoption so the streets will never have to be cleaned again. You are the messengers of the lawnmower man, and I want to give you the tools that you need. The other is I've had quite a few comments asking how to convince your loved ones to buy you a VR headset. So with these programs we'll aim to kill two birds with one Oculus touch controller.
Oh god.
And then finally, we'll need a way to actually show people that aren't in the headset what's going on, so we'll take a really brief look at ways to cast the Quest screen for other people to see. So in we go. So all of these programs are designed to impress and convert the people with the cash, so we won't be including any games aimed at kids, although the older kids, i.e. grandparents, may love seeing something like BOGO. My son definitely does, and he loves playing it in short bursts of definitely no more than 15 minutes because I'm a responsible parent. The rules for these are simple. They have to really interest the type of person you're trying to entice, and they have to be really easy to pick up, so no shooters or anything with complicated controls. Honourable mentions though to the programs I featured in my last video. Thrill of the Fight for any family member who already thinks they're super fit. First Contact and First Steps are both absolutely fantastic at converting new people to VR, and if it wasn't in my last video I would have talked about it again. So if you want to hear about that, check out my last video. And of course there's Rich's Plank Experience, just because it makes everyone laugh. And being someone like you who actually has to buy the games that I play, I haven't played all of them, so if I miss a favourite of yours that would be good to show someone, let us know down below in the comments. So first we've got Tilt Brush for the artistic member of the family, available for pretty much all of the headsets. In Tilt Brush you paint in VR, but not just on a flat two-dimensional canvas, you can actually paint in 3 dimensions and totally immerse yourself inside your creation. Trust me when I say it'll blow your artistic relative's mind, and it's really easy to pick up too, providing you have a bit of artistic talent, which I sadly don't. What's happening, dude? And if the artistic one is someone who might buy you a Quest 2 or other headset, then show them some Tilt Brush videos, it's going to blow them away. Now for the Star Wars fan of the family, the Vader Immortal series is one of the best sci-fi experiences in VR. It's available on Oculus headsets as well as PSVR, and it'll have you learning from the Dark Lord himself, Darth Vader. Whilst you don't get total freedom to do whatever you want, it is like being in a Star Wars movie, and the first time you experience the jump to hyperspace, it is ruddy good fun. Now for the businessman of the family, the man that doesn't have time for silly little games, he needs to make money and make it fast. He needs to see immersed. Now he can charm clients from around the world and have a COVID-safe hot drink in a coffee shop with his business friends. He wants multiple screens, and he wants it now. Sadly, he'll be typing really slowly because we can't take keyboards into virtual reality. That is, until Infinite Office comes out. That's right, it's going to be able to track a keyboard so you'll see exactly what you're typing in VR for the first time ever. Take your Quest 2 on the train and shove a screen into the face of the nosy guy next to you. He'll have no idea, and pass-through cameras mean that you can still watch out for that pickpocket who's after your wallet. In fact, the Quest 2's inbuilt Facebook surveillance will signal a drone to airstrike the culprit. Okay, so we're probably not quite there yet, but would you love the ability to do jobs that you'd usually do on a computer in VR, or maybe you do already? Let us know down below. So this is Stu. You may know him from the video where he thought that you couldn't exercise in VR.
Come on, Stu. When you fought me, you had the eye of the tiger.
Well, he also thinks that he's a master swordsman. For the wannabe samurai in your family, show them the absolutely not a samurai game, Until You Fall. Available on Oculus and Steam VR compatible headsets. It's a roguelite sword fighting game where you take on multiple bad guys in a synthwave world. That's right, I said roguelite because for some reason everyone expects everyone to know know what that means. Well done if you do, but it basically means that when you die, you lose all of your progress, but you do keep the powers that you've obtained. Not to be confused with roguelike, where you lose everything. Poor rogues. Until You Fall is also a decent workout. Now for the expiring wicker is Elixir. Elixir, where you get to use the quest's hand tracking ability to actually pretend to be a witch. Here is Rach invoking the powers of the elements to create wind. She's going to love dipping her hands into the cauldron. I mean, the witch cauldron. Okay, maybe she has no witchy ambitions at all, but she did order a Quest 2 recently because she wants to try the VR boxing. But I'm going to try and go one video without mentioning. So I'll talk about FitXR instead. Maybe a member of your family would like to get down the gym, but they don't really have the time. And wow, that gym membership is expensive. And there's that COVID to worry about. I've heard that some people don't even wipe their own sweat off the stuff that they've used. But now that's not a problem. With FitXR, you can get a fantastic workout all in the comfort of your own home. The headset is worth the gym membership alone, but maybe invest in another facial interface.
That is ringing. I'm sorry, mate.
So how about the fisherman or woman of the family? This is Rick. I lent him my virtual reality headset, and using the pass-through cameras, I found out that he loves to go fishing. Well, you know the weather isn't always great, and you can't fish in the dark, but now you can fish 24/7 with bait. A great VR fishing game where you can just chill out and enjoy the scenery for hours on end. And best of all, it's absolutely free, available on all Oculus headsets. Now this is Phil, the ultimate history buff. He has travelled the world visiting historical sites, including many concentration camps. He would absolutely love some of the VR experiences, such as Anne Frank House VR. Now you can feel just how Anne Frank lived whilst in hiding with her family during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands. By visiting the house in VR, it's like you stepped into her life and not just read about it. The Anne Frank house isn't the only thing like this. There are many thought-provoking experiences to be had in VR, both historical and social. Now this is Lee, the golfer of the family. Just like the fisher person, he wants to take part in his favourite pastime all day and night. With ProPut by Topgolf, he does just that. With realistic ball physics and online multiplayer, it's a game that people have lost hours in. It's not a full-on golf game with all the clubs, and it probably doesn't look that impressive on a flat video, but once you get in there with your putter in hand, left or right, you find yourself in an amazing gem of a golf game. So here's Tim. He's the film geek, so he'll love big screen. I know I mentioned this a lot, but it's damn hard to go to the cinema right now. And with Oculus Quest 2 having that amazing screen and virtually no screen door effect, I can see a lot of people using it to get that free big screen experience. And for the family member who really just misses going to the pub after 10 PM, like Jim here, we have Drunken Bar Fight. Now you can have a nice quiet pint whenever you want, and with more than 6 people in your group. You can even stand really close to people, because all my friends that go out drinking, they all have to stay 2 meters apart. On second thoughts, I don't think you want to go to this bar for a drink. Home is absolutely fine. And finally, since I didn't mention it last time, I have to this time, it's Superhot. This might not work that well as a video, as it's one of those games that you really have to experience to understand how good it is. But basically, a load of polygonal enemies are coming to attack you, but time only moves when you move. So you really have to plan ahead what you're going to do, and you'll be pulling off some amazing moves in the process. So if one of your family members loves action movies and fancies themselves as a bit of a John Woo action hero, then Superhot is for them. It is one of the most loved VR games available on all platforms, and is the absolute perfect game to show the Virgils how amazing VR really is. You did hear that right, I said Virgils, meaning someone who hasn't yet discovered VR. I wanted to use Vuggles, but that already means virtual hugs. Virtual hugs! And that brings us to the end of the list, but remember, when showing someone VR, you want the other people in the room to be able to see what's going on. Otherwise, they'll just think the person in the headset's being tortured.
Do you see it?
If it's a Quest 2 you're getting, then you'll be able to cast to a phone using the Oculus app, but you can also cast to a TV using a Chromecast, and also a computer using a very cheap program available on the Microsoft Store called Air Receiver. I do also have another idea that might work, but I haven't tested it yet, but if it does, then I'll definitely share it with you. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you want to ask anything at all, feel free to ask in the comments. Anyone who's trying to get a Quest 2, convince your parents, I wish you all the luck in the world. What I have told some people is maybe to ask for a PS5 and then a few games, and then suddenly the price is around £600 or dollars, and then you can say, actually, you know what, I only ever wanted a Quest 2, so that's half the price. Don't mention any games or accessories, just get your foot in the door, and then maybe later on you can get all the things that go with it. So remember, if you want to stick around for the VR talk or advice, then don't forget to subscribe. So I've been Al, thanks for watching the VR Cauldron, take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time. See ya! Vuggles for Virgles!